What up, Pisces? Thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for the week of August 24th through the 30th of 2020. Welcome to a very intense first week of Virgo season. It is your opposite sign, of course, so the Sun and Mercury are going to be in your 7th house. So this is definitely shining a light on your relationships, on the balance of life, and the harmony you desire. It is trying to bring you beautiful connections as well, and it's really trying to make sure that you see what is aligning with you and what isn't. You know, the 7th house is the other self. So again, it is about making sure that the people around you are reflecting, the side of you that you want to see. So relationships have to align with who you are for them to work, and then, vice versa. Mercury, of course, is going to be in your 7th house and trining over to Uranus in your 3rd house. So this is definitely about being curious and, maybe something unknown comes to bring you more balance or to bring more harmony into a relationship or to bring someone into your life if you're not in a relationship, or just to find balance. Like, it can go many different ways for whoever's listening. This is a generic, it is a collective Pisces reading, of course, so everybody's going to have a little different aspect, but it's definitely shining light on that other self house. Relationships, harmony, balance, and Uranus is trying to make you be curious and figure out what is truly supposed to align with what you need and what's up with your soul and where you're evolving, and if it fits your environment or not. And if, it is a friendly aspect with the trine, so Uranus is usually a little bit more gentle, but it can still be unexpected and make you have to shift or pivot in some way or another that's for your best good. The next part is on Monday. We do get this very big kite. It's a really, really nice aspect pattern. It involves a lot of planets, and it is really pointing at Venus in your 5th house. Well, Venus is going to be the main part of this aspect, is the grand trine. So Venus in your 5th house is going to be making a trine to the moon in your 9th house in Scorpio, and then it's going to be also trining Neptune in your 1st house of Pisces. So it makes this nice symmetrical trine. The triangle, the grand trine, it's very powerful. It's a portal in itself, but it's almost too easy with the kite there that makes this opposition, because it involves Pluto and Jupiter in your 11th house, and they are both Pluto and Jupiter getting sextiled by the moon in Scorpio, as well as Neptune in your 1st house. So this is definitely this very powerful aspect shooting towards Venus in your 5th house. It is about finding that true love, that true beauty within yourself, and having fun and expressing it and bringing that passion and that heart and that joy and that creative expression and shining from within. This could have a lot to do with children in your life and just, bringing out the child in you. Like, don't be old. Don't not have a good time. Like, this is a time to feel truly happy and to step into this portal and use this energy to get through the week. And it is so nice that it is in your 5th house. And it's bringing, it's bringing the subtlety of, your, the softness within your personality. And it's also bringing, the moon in your 9th. It's bringing this higher learning, this higher wisdom that you have emotionally into the picture. And then with, Pluto and Jupiter in opposition in your 11th house in Capricorn, it is about the big unseen structure and the big unseen gift, even, if you will, of connecting with people and bringing people, not, the 11th house is almost like not judging, but creating win-wins. And how can you transform how you connect with others. And how you do that is by focusing on that Venus in your 5th house. Like, if you're living in love, it's going to be easy to love others and to transform within groups of friends. So it can almost feel like there is like this little sticky moment with this, because it has this opposition to some big energy with Pluto and Jupiter. But at the same time, it's like trying to give you this unseen gift, if you will. And it could come through just this, disconnecting from something that isn't aligning with you or aligning with your heart and your love, but connecting with what does. And it's a very beautiful aspect on Monday. The moon will transit into Sagittarius in your 10th house. So this is definitely bringing, how you want to shine and be seen, career aspects to light, but it's also going to square the Sun and Mercury in your 7th house. So it's almost like you gotta make sure that emotionally what you're doing is balanced. Are you putting the right emotion into getting there, or do you need to be focusing on other things right now? It has to be a harmony. Everything has to be harmonious in life. If you put too much into one thing, it can tip the scales in a direction that can feel really weird. So it's like, this aspect, and then the moon also, that at that same time is really going to be making the square to Neptune in your first house. So it's also like, if you're not listening to the signs of going to where you're to your truth within, and the unseen, and like the downloads that are coming in, and you're not using that to take you to the highest point, like, you're gonna feel this like tug of war between yourself and others. And it's interesting that we do have the Sun and Mercury in your 7th house, because it is bringing up other people, and it's like, you gotta connect with others, but at the same time, you do have to make sure that you're able to do what, your life's mission is here. And it's this hard balance, and that's where this is a hard aspect here for you this week, is finding that balance, to get through that, and to not feel like the illusion of what you want doesn't exist. Like, what you want does matter, and it does exist. So you have to put the work in to get to that. Then the moon transits into your 11th house and joins that stellium. It's going to be on top of Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn, and it's going to be opposing Venus. Venus is going to be in a really hard spot. It could feel like it's hard to enjoy yourself right now. Like, you got too much other stuff, other people on your mind. There's too much going on in the collective to step into your heart and truly embrace that. That's why Monday's so important, that you harness that energy so that it can take you through the rest of this week, because the rest of the week is difficult. And then it squares Mars. So the moon there too is going to be squaring Mars in your 2nd house. Emotionally, you have to take action you don't want to restrict your emotions so that you don't see the self-love and the self-value within yourself. The moon will be right on Saturn when it squares Mars. So it's this big, like, are we going to emotionally restrict ourselves from, truly feeling connected to ourself and to the universe and to our values? We have to take action for the true values that we are truly within yourself. I say we because I almost feel like this applies to everybody. There's some truth right there, but that's like real talk. Like, take action with Mars in your 2nd house for the love within you, your true value, the beauty, and it will connect you to so many things. But if you restrict yourself from doing the things that let you value yourself and step into your love and your heart this week, it's going to feel really, really weird. And then the moon comes into Aquarius in your 12th house, where it gets a little foggy and a little, weird in itself. And then it's going to square Uranus in your 3rd. So it's like these big changes are coming out of nowhere, and, to your environment and to your subconscious. And you have to be willing to accept that these changes are trying to take you on this beautiful place. To this new journey. There's a lot in this week that's just like to channel. There's a lot of channeled energy this week. It's almost like you have to tune into what isn't there to make the world what you wanted, and it comes from within yourself, and it comes from the connection, that true connection that you have with the universe. Card for the week is the 2 of Wands, upright. Yeah, there's definitely so many choices to do, and if you got to take action for the ones that serve you in life, that are going to bring you love and value, and if you're taking action for something that just doesn't connect you, it's just going to feel really weird. You got to come from the heart. You got to bring passion. If you're not doing something that comes from passion, or at least brings you fun, it's going to feel like this week is just, you made the wrong choice. And sometimes that can, that's a bad feeling in itself. And then also making sure that you're connecting with the right relationships with the Sun in your 7th house. Like, passion's important, and it has to be in relationships. It has to be with yourself. It has to be in all aspects of life. And if you're not passionate about something, you're wasting your energy. So do what is passionate. Make the choice that truly does align with your heart. And I think you'll find that this week isn't so difficult. But it is a difficult week. But it's all how you make it. I love you very much, Pisces. I'll see you next time. Take care.